Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today we're going to find out what downloads is your person getting about you and your connection. So basically that means the advice and the clarity that your person is receiving through their intuition about you and your connection, how that further implies and what possible actions they can take in the future. So we have three paths from left to right. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most, and I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Citrine, this is going to be your reading. So you chose the card Life's Purpose, Seek Your Own Deeper Vision of Life. So we have pre-shuffled cards. Okay, so we're going to talk about this card. It's very interesting that we have a purple theme for today concerning this is all about downloads. Purple is the color of crown chakra. I see that over here that there is a woman. Take a closer look at the card. It's all about a woman. Her hair is really long and she has a sort of pot with her which she's containing inside. And one of the things that I really felt when I began off with your reading, just trying to understand your energy, I felt pukish, and I felt like this is something, you know how there's a metaphor of like word vomit in like Mean Girls when like it's almost like you just have to say something or you just have to get something out, and it almost gives me the image that your person was holding in a lot of pain concerning their own life, how they had been brought up, and I almost get the image that their the hair has a huge sort of warp around, and it almost tells me with the pink gown that your person was being guided or is being guided as of now to purge whatever pain that they have, and for some reason I see that you're just a catalyst. What this person already withholds inside is something that they had before they met you, concerning again that this is all about your own person's inner child healing. Your person, somebody who has tones of oppression within them, with the card of seek your own deeper vision of life. Your person, I get a very witchy energy, like somebody who's very spiritually tapped in, which a warlock, it's gender non-specific, but it just tells me that your person withholds a lot of their inner potential, inner talents, inner skills that are inherited, gifted, because they're scared of what people around them might think. So now they might come from a very conditional commercial background, like a proper metropolitan lifestyle, and your person sort of knows that this is their calling, like this is what would ultimately make them happy, is to be completely for a lot of people it's abnormal, right? So that's the word I'm getting. Your person thinks that this kind of lifestyle or this kind of personality embodiment would be abnormal for the people around them who have seen them, because maybe your person was quite superficial before, but one of the things that they're being called to do, their intuition is telling them or pushing them. I get an energy that this person is already moving towards it. Okay, it's not something that you and I are just interpreting over here, but I just see that your person is moving towards it, because I see that the hair is sort of entrapping. I wouldn't say entrapping, but it's calling your person inside. So it's almost like the warp is absorbing your person, their spirituality is absorbing them, and it's sort of demanding a release, like your person, it's almost like come out of the closet, like your person wants to come out and be themselves. It's uncomfortable for them to portray themselves to be less witchy than they are, is what I'm getting. So your person is definitely exploring more of their spirituality, and your person's crown chakra is really pulsating. I definitely see that over here. Something about the pose, like the pose wordings in here, And the pose over here is also, I almost get the energy that their perspective or their standing in life has always been affected by their past. Like this person's past has a huge hold on them because of the fact that, you know, your person um has a little bit of sorrow that they like to indulge in, okay? And it's because they're so used to the pain, that now when they're being released to it, this person maybe also has a habit of finding problems where there aren't, because they're so used to the pain. um, and I think often they have mistaken things for what want there. They're almost like just manifested more unfortunate circumstances for themselves because they still, you know, have that deep embedded trauma. I'm hearing unworthiness. So your person has manifested a lot of people in their life who have not seen their worth, and your person has to compromise. It's almost like, you know, when somebody is not giving your person what they deserve, your person sort of pushes themselves in front of the person and, you know, goes like, look at me, I'm worthy of it, you know. It's almost like they purposely stand, or they try to show what all they can offer, or they sort of people please, you know, the other person, so that they can feel like they're accepted. And what is emerging over here is, I see definitely healing this people pleasing attribute, because maybe their parents were very controlling, and that was the only way they would feel their, you know, love, when they would obey. So now this ties up in that personality. It's almost like your person is sort of been somebody else, or they're finding out who they are, and now they're having this struggle between, you know, their past self and their present self, like red pill, blue pill, you know, like, am I really gonna keep living like who I'm not? So again, it sums down to, you know, coming out of the closet. So the theme of your reading revolves around this. So let's begin off with the tarot cards first of all. Okay, we have 5. We have 6 of Pentacles. I'm gonna have to see the placement of the cards. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Hermit, the Three of Wands in reverse, 6 of Swords, Queen of Swords, Justice. I think we're gonna need a little bit more space. Queen of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse as well. So this is the Osho Tarot. We have sorrow, consciousness, control, patience in reverse, and control in reverse. We have teaching, number 14 in reverse. We have trust, codependency, right. We have the card of trust twice over here, okay. Benefactor, grace, and generosity. Okay. And we have the card of guilt in reverse. So let's talk about these cards over here, because they're saying a lot before we get into, you know, what the energy is all about. Because every pile has a different energy that it's imitating, you know, from the spread. So for your pile, I definitely get over here that these are the cards of main downloads that your person is getting. And I see that you know, there's a quote which says, pain is the price that we pay for our consciousness. That is exactly what's happening over here. Now, I see maybe that you embody a little bit of lack of compassion for this person concerning, of course, this person has hurt you, is what I'm seeing over here. But what goes behind, that's where I kick in, right? And I see that your person is someone who has maybe pushed you away, abandoned you, left you because there were trust issues over here. Your person is someone who certain times it sort of demands a little bit too much of the other person, or they have, um, because they don't completely feel safe with themselves. Now, there's something about reciprocity in this connection, which has a dualistic connotation. Maybe the give and take in this connection was not appropriate. Also, I see that the give and take in their own lives with themselves, the relationship that your person had shared with themselves was also pretty difficult. I feel a little bit of hesitancy in sort of narrating the spread that I see over here. It's almost like your person is very quiet. They're not talking. They are in a deep contemplative mode about specifically a lot of things that they're going through. I see that your person, it's almost like the universe put this person in a spiritual imprisonment, and I always say that it's not a punishment, it's for their growth. It's when the universe gives you tough love, when you can't see a way out, when you can't go forward, backward, right or left. The only way to move forward is to elevate yourself, right? Imagine yourself in a sort of a tumble of a tank perhaps, and the water is dried up, you're in a well, right? And you're stuck, you can't climb it because it's sort of, you're so hollow inside it, right? And the only way you can actually is to elevate. You can float up, right? And floating is a metaphor of self-love. It's cups energy, right? And this is what I am getting over here, that your person needs to love themselves more because of the pain that they don't want to face from their past. Now, I see an energy of guilt in reverse, as something that's not completely in tones with you and your connection, but this definitely comes about maybe the people that have done injustice to this person. Now, that could be previous partners, or that could also be a parental figure with the control in reverse. This energy is King of Swords. This is a masculine energy that is very brutal with their words, very cruel. King of Swords in a reverse energy is somebody who's like extremely verbally abusive, really demeans the other person and puts them down, makes them feel like they're worth nothing. And I see that maybe if this was a parental figure, or an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, I just see that your person really took it to their heart. As being a fragile child, they really took that abuse to their heart. Obviously, it made them feel like they really can't do anything, and it's almost like walking around eggshells with this person in their life, and your person almost felt like they're nothing without this person. So this codependency also comes from the factor where this parental figure did not teach your person how to just be themselves. It's almost like I get a narcissistic energy from this person, and also with the teaching card in reverse, I get the energy where your person should have been nurtured, should have been taught how to embrace their own individuality, how to nurture themselves concerning, they're so magical, and they were sort of oppressed. They were kept in a box, and your person just felt empty, in this surrounding or in this household. Your person just felt helpless as a child, and now universe is giving your person a chance to actually see the pain that you're triggering in them, right? I pick up on the energies of Libra twice with the Queen of Swords. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. We have fire, pretty much all signs, but we also have Virgo highlighted over here. So I see that with the Virgo in reverse, this can also talk about a perfectionist skill that your person has embodied. With the patience card in reverse and the controlling, this is almost like what you go through is what you become. It's, you know, like how the world treats you, you almost feel like this is how, you know, it's supposed to be, or this is how the world works, and this is what your person understood through that treatment by that one parental figure or that person that they were with. You know that this is just how everybody is. So maybe your person had a very sharp tongue. I can see with the Queen of Swords over here, this is someone who doesn't let necessarily people get away with things, but concerning maybe that you were acting a little reckless, or this person acted a little reckless. There was some exchange of like harsh words. I see over here that your person is now beginning to regret, and I wouldn't lie that the energy is not completely simmered inside, because the guilt is in reverse, yet your person understands that the root of all these issues was the fact that there were trust issues in this connection. Now I see that it goes mutually. The foundation of your connection was not stable in the first place because there were trust issues over here. There was codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, this could also talk about substance abuse, or this could talk about workaholism, or this could just talk about the both of you having certain ways or mannerisms that were maneuvering in this connection. They were festering again and again. It's almost like they were manifesting. So I see this being as your energy as well. Now it might not be the same way, but I definitely see a texture of your anxiety being played out. Now anxiety is not always in a way where you're anxious, you're hitting up the person again and again. It can also mean that you just go completely numb. So I see somebody over here being completely silent, and the other one being extremely paranoid is what I'd say, okay, with why the other person is silent over here, you know. But what I see that your person is gaining downloads about is with the jeweled web. I see that with this card. I think I can say with the number 32, we have 3 as well over here. We have a lot of multiples of 3, which talks about, you know, a balance between your mind, body, and spirit for me. So I see that your person is understanding that not only were you the catalyst, but your person was also projecting this pain onto you. With the sorrow card, this can talk about somebody who just couldn't see you because they were blinded by their own pain. Your person could have completely withdrawn from the situation, or you could have. Concerning this person was not happy with themselves, you know, and there's a huge theme of projection and the spiral. Like, you both constantly acting like the other person is doing something to purposely hurt you, but because they're hurting you and they're, you know, sort of poking a bruise that was already pre-existing, you just couldn't see that the person is not causing that pain. That person is just making you consciously recognize that, hey, you're hurt, you know. So your person is someone who is, I would say, in a culmination, your person is moving on from this pain, okay, and I do not see that your person is moving on from you, because when we talk about the current energies over here, your person feels unstable. There's maybe a lack of stability. With the Ace of Pentacles, I can definitely see that maybe your person is not able to move on from the hurt that they've still been through with you. But there's a sense of recklessness to this person's energy. Like, as of now, they're still pretty guarded. They're not completely taking accountability of how they've hurt you, even though the universe is slowly making them recognize this, because I even have the card of patience in reverse. It gives me the sense that your person is someone who needs more time with themselves to unpack the trauma that they've already been through, so that the pain can subside and they can see what took place actually in your connection, rather than seeing it from a place of hurt. I see that with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, your person sometimes becomes really impatient. So I wouldn't completely say that, you know, your person is 100% an anxious or anxious attachment style, because I see that sometimes your person also shuts down because they don't understand themselves. So this is a disorganized personality I see over here, and it is because of the fact that your person is, you know, going through a deep transformative phase in their life. With the life purpose card, this can also talk about somebody who is drastically changing. Like if you talk to this person, if it's been a while, if it's, you know, been a separation situation, you're going to recognize how much your person has changed, because it's because of that, simply, you know, that I'm getting lunar energy, like change, drastic change, Eight of Cups, and I'm getting the planet of Saturn. Again, the planet of Saturn is that sort of spiritual imprisonment energy. I'm also getting Chiron, so there's heavy energy. When you get the Chiron with the Saturn, it's heavy, you know, it's your person transmuting heavy karma of their life, going through a major phase in their life where it's almost like leaving no stone unturned when it comes to this specific trauma that they've dealt with. It's something about communication styles. Okay, I see over here this being about communication styles, that your person is understanding why they behave the way they do, why do they communicate the way they do, and why they attract the same people, you know. It's a lot about the internal frequency that manifests outside. So no matter if your person does not deal with this lesson with you, or they don't understand this right now, they will attract the same lesson in a different body. Even if your person has a situation that they have manifested outside of this connection, it has also been confusing, and it has not been fulfilling for this person, because they have probably yet again tried to search for security outside of themselves, where, you know, external security does not exist. So if you are leaning upon this person with the codependency card, where you want this person to coddle you up, you know, for the things that you've been through, or you're looking for external security or external validation or approval to live your life the way you want to, your person will mirror it back to you. You will not get the security you're looking for in somebody else. Instead, you will be mirrored back to you. So you sort of, if you're looking for some sort of security in this person will reflect that back to you. This person will reflect that insecurity back to you, because you have a very deep connection, which is almost inseparable. I'm hearing your person feels like they're inseparable. So over here with the Queen of Wands in reverse and Justice, somebody over here was not committing to this connection is also what I see, and that's where there's a lack of efforts over here. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse with the Patience in reverse can indicate impatience. Now this could be impatience on both of your ends when it came to commitment, because this card Justice is all about being fair and doing right by each other. Somebody over here, Queen of Wands in reverse is a very karmic energy of somebody that is non-committal or has a very wandering eye. So if that was your person, they're recognizing this, and if that was you, this was the main reason why your person felt like they couldn't trust you, and it could have emerged into a sort of solution where your person felt like they have to leave the situation because they don't feel safe in it, and because of this energy where I think that, you know, there was a lack of commitment in this situation, it manifested into somebody's micromanaging tendencies. Now I could relate this, you, being your person, as they completely shut down emotionally. You would have noticed before your separation your person completely shut down because they already started feeling abandoned, not just by you but by themselves. They started feeling confused. They didn't know where this is going in the future. Your person could not expect. Your person completely pulled back emotionally. Even if you guys were talking, this person was not emotionally expressive. They felt threatened in your situation and they completely pulled back, is what I'm feeling. So there was some sort of trigger that was already, brewing up. And again, it's with this energy of life purpose, with the sort of pot that she's holding a lid over, where your person was confused because something wanted to come out, purge. That's the energy of word vomit that I was picking up in the beginning, that your person really had to purge this. And separations often happen because you have to do certain healing on your own ends, excuse me. And I see that this was the universe's way of orchestration, because your person also could have taken you for granted over here, is what I see, where your person just felt like that things weren't playing out properly. They didn't feel safe, is one of the main things I feel over here with the trust card. So now that their intuition is sort of really telling them what to do, this card of sorrow and consciousness is very vital for your reading, because this tells me a lot about ascension. Where your person might have been stuck for a while, it's because they were forced to look at what is actually bothering them. Is it the situation with you, or is it the fact that they sort of, again, co-created that sort of scenario with you? You both co-created this sort of, I would say maybe, a little toxic environment for the both of you with the codependency card. Maybe there was a lot of false accusation, or there was just a lack of trust between the both of you. And I see that coming from a place where you both didn't understand who you were and what you wanted. That's why I get the energy that spirit is sort of like, banging on the truth that now when you meet your person, you both will have a lot of clarity about what you want. And I see that whoever over here was frivolous or non-committal, I think both of you, it's not just one person who's non-committal. When you attract somebody like that, there's also a deficiency in you which does not want to commit, maybe because it thinks that relationship is too much work, or relationship will take away my freedom. It's just that emotional suffocation that you feel. And now the both of you that you are releasing this, especially your person, I see that there will be a change, in a vibrational change in this connection, considering if you let situations play out the way they have and you do not impulsively, I get the energy that maybe you feel like, oh, I should reach out to my person. No, let things play out the way they have to, because your energy over here with your person is quite slow. Okay, it's not exactly passive, but it's very introspective. Okay, even though we have the hermit in reverse, I get this energy of the scenario that was playing out between the both of you. But concerning this person, your person is still grieving right now, and it's not necessarily in concern with you. What the downloads are flowing in is a lot about the situation that existed before this person met you. So it could definitely be about a previous connection, or their relationship with their parents, and especially get an emphasis on communication style. I can't help but notice that the flame is dimming again and again, and I just get the indication that this is a lot about your person trying to revive themselves. It's almost like a machinery, like the engine of a vehicle. You need to refuel it, you need to sort of check the outdated parts, you need to clean up, you need to sort of repair that thing, and your person was sort of just not working properly in a metaphorical sense, and they have to take out the time to refuel themselves. I'm hearing catch my fuel again, I'm back on track. So this is some lyric, but it's a lot about your person, you know, getting their rhythm ignited again. Because if you interrupt this process right now, it's not only going to be reflective of your impatience, where you feel like you can't be alone, but it's also going to interrupt this person's personal progress, which is going to make them more independent. Because um, I also feel that some part of you felt suffocated having this person around, and it could be because this person had a hot and cold energy. Sometimes they really wanted to be around you, sometimes they didn't want to be around you, or it could be the complete opposite polarities. However it fits, just take whatever it resonates with your situation. But I just see that this person, you felt suffocated in this person's presence. I can tell that. And you need to give this person time to sort their shit out, so that they can become more independent and they can be more healthier, to be in a commitment with you. Because I don't see this as being something that is new. I see this being as something that you have participated in quite a lot of times because of the amount of progress. And I don't feel like this is new also, because of the amount of pain that you both have felt being away from each other. It's almost like you both felt betrayed. How could you do this to me, or how could you leave me energy? Like, you wouldn't have felt that amount of pain by just somebody, you know. It has to be somebody special. So if you think that your person is not remembering you, if they're not sad about the situation, if they don't miss you, they definitely do. And this time frame has also been a measure to remind the both of you the value that you hold in each other's lives. You know, I I almost see that with the trust card. This is almost like your person was pretty clingy. It doesn't have to be necessary, but I see that you were not feeling safe enough to completely dive deep into the situation. And this was also reflective of this person's neediness. It could be the opposite, because I'm picking up two spectrums over here, but just be flexible with it, okay? Um, but I definitely see this being about inappropriate give and take. Somewhere there was an imbalance. Somebody over here was feeding into the situation more than the other person was, and it could be possibly this person, or it could be the opposite. But for a general level, if this person was the anxious one who was clingy, your person was most definitely putting out too much, because this person felt like that's the way to receive love from you. Because this person, I told you in the beginning, they have a people pleasing tendencies, where they try to show the person how good they are. And there's no doubt that your person is somebody that is magical, they're completely worthy of love, but they need to see that without trying to please the other person, right? Whether it's you or anybody else, whether it's their friends or other potential partners or whatever it is, they don't have to prove their worth. It's almost like this person tries to prove their worth by overextending themselves, or prolonging their stay in a connection, or sticking around too much, because they're scared that the other person is just going to be fickle-minded, going to change their train of thought towards them. And your person needs to understand that they don't have to be around someone who can just flip on them in a way, like just change on them. So this is a lot about your person realizing their worth, and I definitely see that they are realizing a part of destiny with you is what I see. Your person is going through this phase of hard truths, with the Saturn energy and Chiron. It's a lot about I would say that this energy gives me the Nine of Swords, like your person is thinking a lot about this situation, almost like a little bit of obsessive, but it's in a way where they're trying to soul search, and it's important for them to be alone and not have anybody sort of interfere this process, because it's ultimately how it's not just about growth, it's about how your person will become happy with themselves, and that is more important for a person to be when they come in a relationship. Because if you're not happy with yourself, it shows in the relationship, the way that you treat your partner, the way that you behave with them, the way that your relationship is going, right? It is very visible. So This is a lot about your person gaining the rhythm in their own life, and this is very important for them to have a good relationship with anyone, for a matter of fact. So we're going to get a few channel messages from your person. I see that even though your person is in a very egoic sphere, and I don't mean it in a sense where your person is, like prideful. Egoic can also mean in a fearful place. They're having to look at their fears and take a deep dive into it so that they can heal from it with the consciousness. This is a lot about sitting in the sorrow and letting it pass away. The sorrow and the consciousness cards are really powerful. It's a lot about you get alarmed by that pain, right? When you poked this person into that wound, it's like they got alerted, like there's something that's really bothering me. And when this person got activated to that, it's like they started searching, like, why is it bothering me? And when they couldn't find the answers, they started projecting that out to you. So now when your person does not really have you to project that onto, they're questioning as to why things went down the way they did. Why did they behave the way they did? Why did it affect them so much that you behaved like that, right, with them? And now that they're sitting with the pain, it's like the misery will pass away. It's said that you just need 90 seconds to feel an emotion and it passes away. That's how you heal. So this is where your person cannot escape it or control their emotions anymore, because they're supposed to release it now. It's time, is what I'm hearing. So this is actually really good, because I see a lot of hard work. It's hard work to heal yourself and raise yourself from a lower vibration that you were comfortable in, is what I see. Your person was comfortable with the pain. So we have, I know who you are to me. I want to commit to you so we never part ways again. So this is a lot about commitment. Your person couldn't recognize you before I said that because they were blinded by their pain. And slowly by slowly, the guilt is sitting in of, their part that they played in this situation. So I don't want anyone to look at you the way I do. This is almost like always my possessive, but sort of like it gives me a sexual connotation with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Like, your person does not even like to think about the fact if you're getting physical with or intimate with somebody else. I think this is also that trust factor where your person was probably scared that, maybe your person thought that there would be cheating involved or something. This can definitely talk about that. Let me pursue you. Let me give you the life of your dreams. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, I get that this person was inclined to build a life with you. They saw something definitely long term with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but this situation had to collapse because what you were building upon was already false. And the kick over here is that because you both were standing on your own respective false foundations, you both didn't know exactly who you were, so how can you build with each other, right? You have to find your true authentic selves to be with the person that is for you, and your person sees that. Even though it's really difficult, you have a very deep connection. They know that this is really helping them set themselves free from their past and a life of shallow endeavors. Despite the challenges, I still want you. With the Queen of Swords, this person is gaining momentum and clarity about the fact that even though what you guys have been through, there have been trust issues, there's been betrayal, there's been pain and hurt, I see that your person still wants to get past it. They're understanding with the more healing that they're doing, that this is a true connection. I see that your person also feels completely accepted for who they are with you. You're very encouraging and you nurture this person on a soulful level because you don't exactly try to change the archetype of their soul. Concerning if you guys are soulmates and twin flames, it's a lot about you belonging to the same soul tribe. You are incredible. I am in awe of your determination towards your dreams. So even when things don't work out, your person is very inspired by your perseverance to make things happen in your own life. It gives them inspiration. I also feel like this person feels like you're their backbone in some shape or form. I'm overcoming mental rigidity through spiritual maturity. I'm stepping away from the matrix. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this can be the energy of somebody who completely gets stuck with their point of view. Like they've just become so stubborn that they don't want to listen to the other person. And I see that this person with the Control King of Swords energy is the same energy. It's almost like this person who they got treated by like that, it's they really started embodying that energy because they didn't release the hurt, so they felt like it's okay to behave like that, right? Your person has a tendency, because they did not know who they were, they would start mirroring back the same energy. I get the empath energy, where your person, when they want to protect themselves, they start giving the same energy back, and it takes away from their authentic self because it makes them indifferent to the other person. What's the difference between your person and the abuser, right? Because if they start behaving the same way, so the more this person heals that pattern, especially when it comes to communication, so maybe this person has been verbally abused by someone in their past or a parental figure, and the more that they're healing from this pain of sort of being I see somebody really criticizing your person and making them feel like they're nothing. So now that your person is making themselves realize their own worth, they wouldn't need to say those things. You know how it's said that the empty drum beats louder? That's what I'm feeling over here. So this is actually very powerful. I'm scared of your reaction. I don't think I can come close right now. You're blocking me energetically. So this person wants to get into calmer waters. But again, they feel like, if they come closer to you, you're really going to lash out at this person because that's the behavior they expect. And I see that maybe this person was not accepting their mistake because they thought that you would also sort of have an upper hand on them, or it's like they felt like apologizing or accepting their mistake would be a weakness. When I think of you sharing your love with anyone else, it hurts my heart. They just cannot say with anyone else is what I feel, and this is also majorly a part of them feeling extremely possessive about you. And I think that you might think that this person does it out of a tendency to control you, which I do agree can be suffocating for you, but it's not that. Your person appreciates you as a person. I'm getting the apple of my eye. It's almost like giving me a pearl in my hand. Like your person sees you beyond like what most people do. It's genuinely very deep, and they really appreciate you for a person, for your own heart is what I'm hearing. They can see your sensitivity and they really appreciate it. This person really likes your empathetic and sensitive nature. I like who I am when I'm with you. Definitely, this is what I spoke about. You encourage this person to be sort of a weirdo, and that's what most people think about witchy people that are still stuck in the matrix. So it's not exactly weird, but you encourage this person to be completely unique, and they really appreciate that because you don't change them. And lastly, we have I'm learning how to love myself better. I'm doing things that make me happier. With the Hermit in reverse, this is a lot about just being kiddish things, doing kiddish things, being reckless with how you want to make yourself happy. And maybe a person was quite conservative and like maybe they would not express themselves, and self-expression comes in the way that you maybe write. This person is an artist, maybe the way you dress, the kind of profession that you do. It's all sorts of way. Every part of your life is a self-expression, right? And your person is becoming a little bit more free-flowing with it. And we see, I'm trying to be the one you deserve. Will you be a little bit more patient with me? So I see this from the higher self, where it's like it's going to take a little bit time, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, so are you gonna wait for me? And before we conclude, we have advice for you. It says, engineer with the shadow attribute reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Lavaria, let love grow. Number 14 reduces to 5. And we have tangibility, make your dreams real. 32 reduces to 5 as well. So a lot of changes. Yet I did mention that the momentum is the energy is gaining momentum over here in this situation. We have 32 yet again. So triple five, you might be seeing triple five a lot, but this is a lot about changes. This person and the connection is moving, it's in growth, it's in motion. Okay, definitely the advice that if you've been worried where this is going because you can't see it physically moving, or you can't see your person physically making changes, you do not have to worry. Okay, just spare that worry to the universe, and concentrate on your own healing rather than what this person is doing, because I see that maybe you have a little bit of mother wound where you also like to micromanage the other person, you like to indulge too much in the other person's life, or I get it, you're caring, but I see that you need to put that care more into yourself. Okay, um, with a card of mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. You might have felt that this person completely left you and they just put a lid on their heart, but you have to see that this person did it because you also did it in a way. It doesn't matter if they did it before or after. There was something where you need to go back to the past. You need to think about the time when the separation was emerging, when things were sort of breaking down, and you need to retrace it and understand where did you not let this person get close to you. What was the moment that really feared you, and why was it that this person wanting to be more close to you was pushing you away? What was the real fear that you were feeling? Is it because you thought that the closer you'll get, if you lose this person, the more pain you will feel? Because that is an abandonment issue that you still have to deal with, because it won't allow you to experience true love in your life, because I see that with the tangibility you wanted, but because of your past, you just convince yourself that don't get close to this person right now because it's really going to hurt you later. But that's false. That's your mind. That's a head over heart decision where you wanted to get close to this person, where you wanted to take a dive deep into this connection, right? So I see the advice is a lot about food for thought. You need to think about what really happened when you both were separating, what really provoked you to push away or cling on to this person, what made you feel insecure and unsafe in this situation. Okay, so pile number one, this was your reading. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please to hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose this beautiful rose quartz along with the card of Way of Faith. So before we check your pre-shuffled cards, it says, let your faith be your guide. I see definitely with the imagery, if you look closely, it's a lot about fragmentation, with the circles. And there's sort of I see a sort of like a circle inside, but it gives me the image of an eye. I'm perceiving it to be like an eye, like a vision opening for your person. We do have a waterfall over here, so this is definitely a lot about releasing past pain, opening your eye to what all you have been closing with yourself. The theme I see that revolves around your person receiving downloads or advice from their own intuition is to let the emotions flow. Your person has a habit of being very logical, very practical, and one of the things that they're definitely experiencing at this moment is I'm getting the image of like flora and fauna, like letting parts of themselves emerge, polish, poise, and persevere through this pain that really want to come out. Your person's inner child is really coming online is what I'm feeling, because when I was transitioning from pile 1 to 1 to 2, excuse me, I felt an energy of like bubbling up, you know, like I felt really happy. I was feeling giddy. I also feel that your person feels really happy and safe around you. They're noticing the difference when they're around you and other people, especially when you chose the card, chose the stone of rose quartz. Considering, you know, we have a lot of purples and pinks. I'm loving the theme color today, but I also feel like, you know, for your pile, especially a lot about self-love that your person is learning with the rose quartz, of course. And this is somewhat about attracting the right partner for you, where your person has not been able to recognize, you know, who would be the right person for them. um your person is always in a rush, is what I feel like. You know, they always try to skip through things. They try to get shortcuts. They try to get everything quicker. And it's a lot about your person embodying a little bit of patience with themselves. You know, when we lack patience with other people outwardly or with circumstances, there's some sort of insecurity that we have, right? And this could also be within you, where you feel like things slip by between your hands, or this person will go away. But I see that this is also an advice coming for you. You know, let faith guide you. It's especially about your person. It's like, let your faith guide you. Let your faith tell you, you know, like things will pan out for you. What is for you will never slip by or get through you. But this is also about just let it play out, you know, let things just flow, is what I'm getting. Like serendipity, you know, is what I'm getting. Wow, the candle went out. I would definitely take that as a significant. There's a burnout maybe that your person went through over here. Um, let's get your cards, you know. Let's open the spread. So we have pre-shuffle tarot as well. I feel really chatty with your pile. Like your person could really like to talk to you is also what I'm feeling. We have the Lovers, Gemini, Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, Seven of Swords. Okay. Knight of Wands in reverse, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Counterpart energies. Wedding in reverse, past life relationship, soulmate, true love. Wow, such lovey-dovey energies over here. Reunion of souls. Okay, let's take these. First breath, beginner's mind in reverse. Indecision in reverse. Health. Courage in reverse. Dust devil, excuse me, moving out of stagnation. You have a lot of cards. Unmarked trail, revelation in reverse. So we're probably gonna have to scoot these a little bit. Isolation in reverse. Master in reverse. Politics upright. And postponement in reverse. Wow, we have so many greens this side. And we have like purples over here. Okay, so I see impatience first of all. Okay, we did sort of get that through over here. It's very established in your person's energy. Let's talk about the revelations that they're having, considering we have the card of a revelation, unmarked trail. It co-resides with this energy of postponement in reverse. It's almost like your person has been there's a lot about a choice over here where your person wants to go ahead with this connection or not. We see possible signs of Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I was about to say Aquarius, Libra as well. And then we have Pentacle energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So there's not much of Cups, but I wouldn't seclude that because we have these, really, really gooey cards over here with the true love, past life, soulmate, and wedding over here. I see that, yeah, Spirit is taking me over here. So what has happened over here is your person has sort of coming to a conclusion about why do they behave the way they do. This person could have definitely sort of had a very in and out energy, or they just were in a very player-some energy and they thought that they would just be allowed to do that. I see that you are not allowing this person to be radically skeptical with you, because I think that this person is really tried to play games with you with the politics over here. This can talk about somebody who has really messed with your mental health. What I'm going to be very honest, okay, bear with me, because this is lower vibration behavior, so the message is going to come out a little brutal, but I do not mean to demean your person, okay. That does not mean that we don't acknowledge their poor behavior. So I see that it's very important for you to know that your person is realizing that this mask that they play games with is almost like a slow burn for them, right? They played games with you, they tried to get slick about things, but at the end, who really got hurt? It's them, right? Considering they feel such a past life connection with you, something that is like, they definitely see you as someone, as a soulmate. They're so sexually attracted to it, but it goes beyond sexual attraction. For me, whenever I see the King and Queen of Wands, it's a lot about, two people recognizing the bond that they share, two people recognizing that, they have something that they can make out of this, and you both are looking at each other. It's like you can't really escape each other. You both find each other really easy on the eyes, but again, it goes beyond that. Your person is definitely getting a realization or the downloads through their intuition. They're just sensing a lot of things. I don't think this person is like very in tune with their intuition, but what their body is telling them is that this is special. Gradually, the masculine energies, it sort of taps into their heart space, but in the beginning, because they're not very tapped into their heart chakra, they always feel that special bond with someone through their sacral chakra, which tells them that this chemistry is mind-blowing. So with the true love and soulmate cards and the wedding in reverse, this is someone who is currently dilly-dallying around the fact whether do they want to indulge in this, because your person is someone who does sort of go hard in this, love arena. They definitely take their time with the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. They're taking their sweet time, but one of the things that they're realizing is that, what are you waiting for? What downloads they're intuitively getting, and I feel honestly that they're trying to sideline these downloads because it's difficult for them. Even though there's Two of Pentacles, and then there's indecision, but then there's postponement, and then there's unmarked trail, I would almost be biased to the side that they are inclined to coming into union or a commitment with you, because intuitively this is going more inclined towards them giving into their heart's desire with the unmarked trail and revelation. They want to do this with you with the beautiful green colors that we have over here. Even in the politics, if you see it from a more neutral perspective, it's just about the fact that your person doesn't feel comfortable with going with their heart. It's not a sort of hall pass for them to behave poorly with you, but it's for you to understand that this person has majorly lived their life in isolation. You can look at the imagery over here. He's sort of crying through the ice, you know. It's a lot about this gives me the image of an iceberg, like what you see on the tip of this person. Underneath there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of healing that also needs to take place. Your person is not self-acquainted with their own persona. The master is a card of somebody who understands themselves and who operates through their spirituality, through their soul, through their own, you know, the inner spokesperson. And this is almost like your person operates through the mind. The mind has sort of made your person a servant. That's what I'm trying to say, right? I see that maybe this can also come from, you know, just their childhood. They're not maybe very emotional, but they cannot deny what they're feeling for you, right? You can't just discard these really strong this strong magnetism. And again, I said that it's not just magnetism, it's love. You know, I pick up that this person sometimes thinks it's pure lust because you're a beautiful person regardless of your gender. You're a beautiful person to look at, and your person definitely I'm getting a lot of self-pleasuring energy over here, but it's more than the fact that they want to experience something emotional, right? This phase where we have the unmarked trail in reverse, it almost gives me that your person again, that fragmented energy over here, having a constant battle within yourself. And you know, that's very painful. If you remember of the times when you tried to fight your heart and you tried to go with your head, it's painful. You know, it causes a lot of chaos within yourself, and you're just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, and it's also because your person doesn't feel like they will be backed by the universe. There's a sort of isolation but seclusion from the universe, you know. It's an energy where when you know how we say that oneness is within us, we're all connected, and when you're not in oneness within yourself, you cannot feel that oneness in the universe. It's almost like you feel abandoned, and it's because you've abandoned yourself, of course, but you feel more secluded from the life forces of the universe. You feel secluded from the blessings that the universe has to offer. You just feel isolated and abandoned by the universe because you have abandoned your true nature. This Lovers card also gives me the energy of an eternal compass, own intuition. So at this point, when your person is purging through a lot, this is not only causing them to release this energy of betraying themselves, because I spoke about a slow burner, right? It's like a slow suicide. Your person plays games, but then they hit themselves with an axe in their own foot, right? It hurts them because this connection is here to prosper, it's here to stay, it's here for love, you know, and rejoicing life. And I almost see that your person has pushed it away because they don't feel supported with this. They don't trust the opportunity that they're getting. But I see that one of the things that they're definitely realizing is that it's healthy for them. You know, this card is not just about physical health. I see this as a healthy card for their soul in nourishment, right? The love that you give this person, which I was feeling over here, which goes beyond just passion, is that this person wants to experience intimacy with you. Oftentimes when we have a sort of high sexual capacity, it's because we're looking for that closeness which we're not able to interpret. It's emotional closeness. You want to be seen by the other person more than just being seen for who we look like, you know, the meat suit. We want to be seen farther than that. We want somebody who can see us for who we are. And concerning if your person keeps themselves caged because they lack courage, it's almost like they just pull themselves away from their own happiness, and it's because of the fact that they're learning. I wouldn't say that this download is something that can completely be segregated or understood by this person, but it's just the body telling them, you know, that there's something really special, and that is how your person is putting two and two together, because it's quite an entangled truth for them. Concerning that when the master is in reverse, I'm relating this with the third eye energy. There's a lot of palette cleansing is what I'm gonna say. Like from them being with a lot of toxic, distorted energies that are artificial, that look like divine, that sort of put a blindfold on their third eye or have been. This energy is almost like taking the carpet off, or the curtain, excuse me, off things, taking the blindfold off. Yeah, so I see that, you know, your person doesn't also know how to articulate feelings. They've also faced difficulty because of the fact that they don't feel confident enough in approaching the situation just the way they are. There's a lack of self-esteem, why they proceed with their physical looks before their intrinsic value, who you are inside, is because they don't know who they are. If you haven't cherished yourself, how can you expect the other person to cherish you, right? This is the self-esteem issue that I see over here. Why your person feels like they won't be able to sort of go forward with this is because of the fact that they feel like you know, they won't be able to do justice to themselves and you in the first place. So with the reunion of souls, number 7 is really important over here, a very divine number. Although I see a lot of tones of progression. We have 3, 4, I saw 5 over here. I don't know. I was getting 5, so I think this is a bleeding energy from pile number 1. You might have a message over there as well, but I see that number 5 is something I intuitively picked up, and I see that as being a lot of changes. You know, the momentum is sort of, the energy is gaining momentum over here. We have twice number 3s over here, and 21 adds up to 3, again 5, 6. So definitely there is a progression. And we have 6 with the lovers as well. I just see something about this situation progressing, where your person is letting, I wouldn't say completely they're on board with this process, because it's really painful. It's ripping down those parts of themselves in their childhood which told them, you know, like, don't listen to your head, don't listen to your heart, listen to your head. They've been brought up with a very conditioned, commercial sort of upbringing, with a beginner's mind, fast breath. This is a lot about spontaneity. This is a lot about taking chances when you get them. This is a lot about risk taking that your person is realizing that they're not taking, you know, the advice that they're getting. And I have to be honest, I see an energy of their ego trying to override their intuition and telling them that don't take this risk. So there's a possibility that your person is feeling like, you know, I shouldn't take this risk, because the mind is battling or overpowering you know, the intuition. Because we have the master in reverse, this almost gives me like I spoke about the mind making you a servant of these sort of energies over here. And surprisingly, I have a fly over here, which tells me a lot about surrounding themselves by gunk, you know. I feel like your person has a habit of going back to the same sort of things that they have experienced in their life, because they feel ultimately comforting, and that's where they reside their worthiness within. I feel like your person is someone who places that worthiness within themselves about these things that sort of like, you know, this fly is irritating me now. But I see that, you know, I think that your person is recognizing that they don't really like these sort of vibrations that they include themselves with, the advice, or the, I'd say rather, interpretations that they're making of themselves, is that they don't actually like being this player. They want to be cooperative. They don't want to be this 7 of Swords energy. So why I say that this energy is sort of entangled is because there's still a internal fight going on. And whereas ascension is inevitable, right? Any situation that you conquer in your life is always conspiring, not in a cliche sense for your highest good, but definitely it works out in your favor. How we say that things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. So maybe you needed to hear that, and whatever is happening in this situation, you also might not have a full grasp as to why is this happening to me. I want to tell you that pile number two, the universe is fair. You might not see it, why and how it is fair, and why you're connected to this person, and why they're not giving you commitment. But there's something that this person is showing you within yourself that is not very, very, it's a dysfunctional pattern within you as well. And the universe is providing you for a chance to heal this as well. So maybe you have been also placing your self-worth into this person's hand, where they're probably delaying this, where you want this reunion with somebody that understands your value, somebody that is healthy for you. When I mentioned in the beginning that this person has taken a toll on your emotional and mental well-being, this is not what you deserve, right? With the wedding in reverse, I also get the energy that with the wedding and the card of dust of devil, I haven't been able to pronounce this word again and again. Dust of devil, moving out of stagnation. Number 15 adds up to 6 again. This person, was brought into your life to bring massive changes to your cognitive resonance. I feel like you have a lot of subconscious patterns that also need to be purged, where you probably portray yourself to be stoic because you don't want to let the other people see how sensitive you are, or you feel like if you show other people how sensitive you are, you will be rejected or your needs won't be met. And this is something also spirit wants to let you know is, what are you waiting for? Why are you hiding yourself? Is the situation going to turn into your favor if you lie to yourself and other people that this is not who you are? Who you are resides within the struggles that you have conquered through, right? It's not a weakness, and as long as you're walking through it, you also need somebody who is cooperative in that measure, right? Who does not put you through the same trauma, right? So I see that you are also being taught something about your own self-worth, considering maybe you are too quick to take a leap of faith in certain situations when the other person doesn't show you why you should trust them or why you should give them your energy. I feel a sense of like heated temperature, like almost like you get really attracted to this person and you sort of like forget other aspects, or you feel like this chemistry will only exist with this person. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that gets you into this entrapment of not getting what you want. And whereas this gives into this person, maybe this person also plays through seduction. That could be a possible thing over here, sort of enticing you, because I'm not saying it's completely malicious, but I get that the draw is really strong, but you need to have a control over your desires. If not controlled, it can definitely act as a shadow attribute, right? So this could also be something where you need to place boundaries, and your person is probably realizing this, or you have placed boundaries, which is sort of enabling them to have a tower moment, is what I feel with the courage, where they're realizing that, with the looks that they have always put forward, it's not gonna work over here. This is also something that they're realizing, that their looks are not gonna always work. And if this person had put too much superficial value into just their looks, that image is breaking down, because now it's making them question of their physical demeanor as well. Okay, so how this all is binding up is really interesting for me. I see that, your person definitely is realizing that there's no point postponing this, but they will take their sweet time. They are gonna need a little bit more clarity, because unless and until there's the subconscious has released that gunk, they cannot make something that they're sure about. They still need time to trust the universe and build their own rapport with themselves, so they can have faith in divine, right? So we're gonna get a few channel messages from your person. There's definitely something about this person wanting to minimize accountability because of their own behavior. They have tried to run away from their own behavior, and I see that the universe is not letting them do that. It's their own intuition that is showing them that how poorly you have behaved. There's a lot of regret and remorse. I definitely feel that downloads that they're getting is about their own poor behavior. Maybe if this person juggled you, that could also be a scenario that they're realizing they were doing this because they were too money oriented or goal oriented, and this has definitely got them caught up in their own web of lies. It's almost like the boundaries you have put on this person, it's making them feel caged up, because nobody really puts this person into, you know, a place of think about what you have done, right? And if you haven't, this is the advice: you need to hold this person accountable for mistreating you and playing with your heart, if that has been the case. I do feel that the fly inference really sort of gave me an energy that you get irritated by this person's energy of whenever they want to come in and go out. So you have to put a stop at it. And I almost feel like maybe let this person know what you want. Let this person know how much care you need. I feel like maybe intuitively they're already picking up on that you want something that's more nurturing, right? Of course you deserve it. So what do we have for pile number 2? What would they like to say? I crave a love so deep, I'm most scared of it. So I spoke about this, right? Your person tries to indulge themselves in passionate affairs, but they're not yet there. I'm going to be honest, they're not yet there where they realize that this is not what they're looking for. They're looking for something that's more emotionally transparent, and what they're indulging in is superficial because they want something deep. At the end of the day, they are a light being, and they want something that's more resonant with their intensity and depth of hearts. Our connection is so deep, it's like being in a walking dream state. With your Queen of Wands, I get an energy that you're very intoxicating. They've never been so aroused by somebody. Something, maybe if you've been intimate with this person, it really ignited something, like almost like a kundalini, like your chakras merging is what I'm getting. Like you're really connected with this person. It could also be telepathy with the Lovers. It scares me that you can see right through me. I need to come correct in your direction. This person knows that they cannot fool you. No dilly-dallying whether I want to be with you or not. It's decision time. I regret pushing you away. I don't intend to self-sabotage. It feels safer in silence. So if they were, you know, sort of dilly-dallying around whether they want to commit or not, or they were indulging other options or something, they realized that, you know, it's because they were focusing on the wrong things, and then because they didn't want to face their feelings for you, because they were emerging these, you know, deeper shadow parts of them, they pushed you away. And they realize that they regret doing this. I definitely see that coming through here. And subsequently, I think that the part where they're missing you is making them realize that they want you in their life. And again, the regret is induced over here because they feel like they did something they didn't really want to do. The sort of slavery to their ego is definitely dissolving because they're crying. And, you know, the Way of Faith card is all about sort of understanding that they did this because they were being cowardly, not because they didn't want you. I do hear you telepathically. Talk to me, find me in your heart. Definitely, this is a lot about, I get with the Seven of Swords energy, maybe your person has tried to portray this to you that, you know, they don't care about you as much, but internally you both can feel a lot of things. You have a really deep connection with this person. And I see one thing, that if this person feels like they cannot settle down with you is because they feel inferior to you. They feel like they might not be able to actually match your expectations or give you what you deserve. Because at the end of the day, I feel like this person, from a soulful level, when they think about it at night, wants to be right for you. I'm receiving repetitive signs from the universe about you. I'm being reminded of you. With the Lovers, definitely the universe is not letting this person forget about what they have done. First of all, they might be seeing your names or listening to songs that sort of make them feel like, oh, you know, this is what my pile number 2 would say to me. I'm trusting my inner guidance more than ever. I'm learning to love myself more often. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, this energy of running away again and again from their own self, first of all, is deteriorating, and subsequently then we shall come to how they run away from you. But it's more important that this person is listening to themselves, right? So there is a sort of Virgo Hermity energy that I'm getting, indulging a little bit into their divinity. And I feel like this definitely connects with that energy where your person indulges into karmic energies, or they've been used to, and now when they're realizing what they deserve, that, you know, attraction is fading away. So that's actually really good. I just feel so lost within myself right now. I don't know what's going to make it better. So this is the contemplation, and I feel like it's pretty good. I always see that these moments of Eight of Swords are good because they always result with somebody untangling themselves and coming to conclusions themselves. So this time would be really good to let your person just get to the bottom of their truth themselves, and understand what they actually feel for you is not just lust, right? It's true. I'm currently very unsure about how to make this better. So there's deep contemplation. I definitely feel that. I could say that the indecision is not about you per se, but about how to make the situation better. So before we conclude pile number 2, we have an advice card for you. Visionary shadow attributes, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Vertigo, what you choose will be correct in reverse. Opulence, it's time to lead. And effervescence, cultivate love in reverse. I see that definitely maybe you made a wrong choice in this connection, or you feel like you will. And it's a lot about learning that there are no rights or wrongs. There's only lessons and, you know, more experience. So regardless of what you feel, if you feel like you will place your own expectations and needs, especially is what I feel in this connection, it will not take away the right person, whether this is the person for you or not. This person is definitely here to teach you something, and you have to be open and realistic to the fact that this might not be your life partner. I have to be very honest, okay? A divine counterpart and your life partner is different, okay? That does not mean you'll get anything less than what you deserve. You will find somebody, and possibly this person as, you know, worthy of you, but you cannot compromise your worth according to what the other person can give you. If this person you see does not fit, and that does not serve you with what you deserve, cater to your needs, you know, in the most reciprocal form, you have to be willing to let go of this rather than compromising your worth and be like, I'll wait around for you. You do not put your life on a hold, pile number 2. So cultivate more self-love within yourself and be honest with yourself. Are you compromising in this situation? Because announcing it to this person that this is not fulfilling what you look up to for yourself will not be the wrong decision to let go of this connection. You will find something that is better, and you will most definitely find the chemistry and the love that you feel with this person, with someone else. This is not the last person on the planet. So it's time to take lead in your life with the opulence card. Understand more about yourself and definitely listen to your intuition is what I'm gonna say, pile number 2. So this was your reading. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe for more with the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this Dendritic Agate, this is gonna be a reading. So the card that we have over here is work of art be the portrait of divine beauty. Before we dive into this, one of the things that this card is speaking to me about is your person being an escapist. Your person definitely indulges in codependencies that help them escape the reality of their lifestyle, right? I feel like this is a stone for peaceful environments. Your person is not okay with the reality that they have created, or they have you know, manifested for themselves, and perhaps it just induces them to ignore how they feel in the present moment. They're not very presently conscious, and one of the things that they're realizing through their intuition is that they're not happy with the life that they live. They have to make changes. It's not satisfactory. it's a lot about looking back at the past and realizing that um, the life that they have lived is not maneuvered in the sense they would actually enjoy it, or even right now in the moment they're not very happy, they feel empty. There's something that feels empty, and I see this also being for you. Your person feels empty without you. They feel like you really fulfill their life, and I don't see this in a way where your person is realizing this from a place of loneliness, I would say, which I think definitely is found over here. But I see this being is recognizing your importance in their life, how you fulfill their life with happiness, you bring that light. You have a very radiant feminine energy, gender non-specific. You just really, really bring shine, happiness. You're like a sunflower for this person. When sunflowers, when there's no sunshine throughout the day, they turn towards each other, because that's how they nourish themselves and survive. So I feel like whenever your person feels really, really dull in their life because they're not happy with the physical environment they live in, this is giving me a lot of masculine energy. Again, gender non-specific, the message still applies if your person is a female, but I just feel like their circumstances have been unfortunate. They're also like you, they're like a sunflower like you. They're also radiant, but they're still yet to find their own beauty, be the portrait of divine beauty. Very beautiful energy. I get that your person is I'm hearing the word supreme. They have a very potent energy, a beautiful soul with so much to offer, yet sort of really stuck the mechanics of day-to-day matrix life. They try to force themselves into being somebody that they're not, and I see this actively being recognized within them, that this is not somebody that they have to be. They can live a life of happiness, recklessness, the fool energy. Just enjoy yourself, pack light. You don't have to carry your baggage everywhere. So I get a sense of looking back at how much pain that they've been carrying and keeping themselves isolated, involved in the same nutshell life, the same mundane routines, going about doing the same thing over and over again. And I just feel like it's about time. I hear your person sort of getting the image of them putting down their foot and be like, it's about time. It's about time I start living my life genuinely. Like, even the earth is a school, but still, am I gonna just keep slugging my way through life? So I just get a sort of emergence coming through, like breaking free. Like, I got a tower energy as well when I was transitioning from pile number 2 to 3. I felt so much anxiety. I felt uncomfortable tapping into your person's energy, even though they're so beautiful. They're doing some heavy karma transmutation. So we're going to pick out your cards now. We have pre-shuffled tarot for today. So we have the Six of Pentacles, Hermit in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, and Three of Wands upright. Okay. I need a minute to place these. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, High Priestess upright, Hierophant in reverse. We have Give Your Relationship a Chance, Finances and Career, Healing Family Issues in reverse, Honesty, Balance. We have Drifter in reverse, Experience Life as it comes, Eye of the Needle, Covenant, Sacred Contract. very interesting. We have the card of forgiveness. And we have comparison, totality in reverse, comparison in reverse. We have guilt in reverse, and then we have the card of transformation. Right. So I see a lot of things coming to light for this person. Now, your person is pretty enlightened about the situation. The downloads are pretty clear because in the second pile we had a little bit of, you know, egoic overtake, and I see that your person is pretty tapped into the intuition. I get a very clear energy that this is what I know, and I know this. Okay, so that's pretty reassuring that, you know, your person is pretty aware of the scenarios that are taking place, because why it's reassuring is that your person is tapped into the intuition, means that more or less they are going to take these measures. Okay, energies always change in tarot, but again, energy also doesn't lie, so your person is definitely encouraged to make some changes about their life. So I see that something took place where your person did not give you enough. Six of Pentacles energy. Possible signs that we have are almost all signs, but one of the things that's highlighted is Virgo and Pisces and Taurus as well. So I see that with the Taurus energy, the Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles. This is very important with the totality number 5. This is a lot about revelations. So one of the revelations that your person has had, that they have not given into the situation, is apart from that establishment, it goes beyond the fact that your person was not in alignment with themselves. Now, when they are not able to give to themselves, they're not inspired in their own life, they're not happy with themselves. It's related to a lot of their physical reality that your person has had. They probably have been struggling with money, they have some monetary issues at home, they don't like being at home is also what I'm seeing over here. They don't like the fact that they are being honest with themselves, that they don't like being around the people that they have been brought up with and have been surrounded with. And for some factor, there's a little bit of guilt on their end, which is not just towards you, but for the way that they have been living their life. So overall, this is a lot about self-forgiveness, and you definitely come in the matter of their hearts, but this energy gives me a self-empowerment. Excuse me. So I feel like this is really major for your person, because they're learning how to embrace themselves, how to really pull themselves out of this rut where they have probably been mistreated in their life from their parental figures. They have been mistreated by partners, they have always kept people that have mistreated them and demeaned them. Okay, I see with the card of covenant, sacred contract. This is a very interesting card. Number 7 could be really important. We have twice 5. We have 8 as well. There's a progression over here. We have 5 again over here, which is 23 reduces to 5. We have 8 again. A lot of synchronicities and a lot of movement. We have 17, which is 8 again. So when we look at the numbers of 8 and 5, for me, these are a lot about changes. For number 5, momentum, and for number 8, it's karmic fire. So one of the things that your person is realizing, that they do have a contract with you in spiritual layman terms, right? Your person understands that, you know, you both have something really special. They want to experience this, yet they also understand that they have certain karma to resolve in their family life, because they see the amount of heartstrings people pull in their family life. They're realizing that, you know, their parents have not really treated them that well, and that is the reason why they have portrayed themselves or manifested certain situations that have also put them through the same sort of behavior. So this card says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, in reverse. Now, I don't see it as something that your person doesn't realize. I see that your person realizes that this is related to their parents. They realize that they have to do this work on themselves, which is related and coming from lack of effort from their parental figures. The cups energy I see over here, it's not just about a romantic relationship. It's a lot about, see, we have the high priestess upright. I could not acknowledge the fact that she's got her laptop on, and she's got a huge crescent moon over here. She's researching, she's understanding about the light and darker aspects of her life, and she's wearing a purple color dress with it, got her high boots on. This is just giving me a lot about trying to tap into your own preserve, trying to tap into your own preservations of knowledge, and deep into that knowledge trying to grasp about what fits for me and what doesn't fit for me. So I think one of the things that they're still subconsciously projecting outwardly is the fact that they're not able to forgive themselves. Your person is not able to forgive themselves for the behavior that they have given to you. They have not given in this connection. They have been reckless with the hermit energy. This can also be somebody who was not particularly acting in their integrity. I'd say specifically Virgos. They're very perfectionistic, and it's a card for divinity. I relate Virgos with a lot of divinity and purity. So I see that your person was not acting in integrity, even with the card of hermit. There's a lot to unpack in your reading, but I see this as a good omen. I'm honestly very excited for you, because this is a positive reading for me, considering that mistakes have been made, and maybe you also struggle forgiving a person, which I see energetically inherited by your person, because the way you sort of project on this person, in the way this person has their own relationship with self, it is a beneficiary factor in your connection. It's almost like if your person is not able to forgive themselves, you will also face difficulty in forgiving them, because you are energetically linked. So now, as I see with the balance card, we have sun and moon over here with the Piscean energy as well. We have a lot of balancing act taking place with the transformation card over here. Again, number 8, going through the karmic fires, not feeling very, very empowered, but yet going through with the process of life. I see with the Eye of Needle card, this intentionality card, which is again number 8. Very synchronistic measures, right? I love how spirit works, and it's definitely letting you know that this person is thinking a lot about, why do I keep putting myself through the same situations? Why do same people keep coming in my life? Why do I have these emotionally deprived relationships? Why are they so uninspiring? And one of the things that your person is realizing is that you are inspiring, you are fruitful as a person, you generate your light within. And your person is realizing that even though habits die hard, but if you keep trying, they will die. So your person has certain measures of escapism when it comes to especially emotions. Now on a general level, that could be a lot of things: workaholism, alcoholism, codependencies, addictions, non-committal tendencies, how to cope up with it, right? So take whatever resonates, but one of the things that really applies over here, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, is that your person is understanding that they have not been able to give to themselves. That's why they were not able to give in this connection. But also I see that they're realizing that if they keep trying, because they have not tried to heal this, if they keep trying, it will eventually fade away. So this is a lot about them doing the best for themselves. Again, it's immense amount of self-love, and I feel so happy for your person, because these things are difficult. You and I both have experienced certain things, and we keep going through these things, but you have to keep being persistent with yourself if you want to do better for yourself, and your person wants to do better for themselves. So the downloads that they're receiving is that keep trying. The universe is going on giving your person hints that keep trying, you can do better. And your person is doing this. One of the things I see primarily over here is because they want to give this relationship a fair shot, no matter how many comparatively temptations they get in this connection to withdraw from their progress. I see that this is progressing because there's a balance coming in their mental, in their consciousness. There's sort of two parts that we see in the mental grasp, right? One is the conscious part that we see, that is ignited by the third eye, and one is the cognitive resonance, or the routine that plays out through the conditioning, right? So I see that this person is I wouldn't say that they're becoming completely keep my heart on the sleeve person, but they're definitely going with their intuition. Now I kind of respect that, because this person is not going to let somebody take advantage of them, even if it's you. And I see that it's is beneficial for them, because they are going to understand how to preserve their own energy. Because in the beginning I picked up with this, this card, work of art. Your person is also somebody to be definitely embraced, right? They're worthy of love, and even though they've hurt you, it doesn't take away from the fact that, your person deserves chance to redeem themselves. Even if it's not with you, you don't approve of that, your person deserves a chance at love. They definitely deserve to give and receive the love that they truly can inherit within themselves, and they can sort of, fertilize in a connection. They have a lot to give, and one of the things that they have sort of, they're coming to a realization, or I would say it's festering inside, it's coming to a brimming, conclusion, that they have not been able to go with the flow of life. They have tried to resist their own demeanor, their own spiritual nature, what their intuition has told them, because their intuition is pretty strong, is what I feel. And this is somebody that's like a growing bud. Okay, this is somebody that will and is meant to flourish. And I see that, if that threatens you, is because this person has been in their weaker aspect, and it sort of has given you a strength to feel superior or more acknowledged than this person. If that does not resonate, scrap that message. But this is coming out for somebody where you feel threatened by this person's progress, and you have to understand that maybe there is some sort of power dynamic that you play in this connection, where you feel good about yourself because your person majorly has fucked up, quote unquote. Okay, so I see that there is some sort of inferior superior dynamic that plays out over here, that takes turns in your connection over here. I see that your person is somebody who is struggling with, forgiving themselves for the mistakes that they have made, but I would say that it's definitely progressing, because they're being honest with themselves. I wouldn't say completely that they've forgiven themselves, because it's difficult. It says I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Your person, at a point, did not know that they would behave the way they did, because they had so much to heal from. I think this person also sort of made choices that were not very, again, the moral compass was weak, is what I'm seeing over here. They were overpowered by their own demons, and they probably did not commit to you or did not do justice by you, because they were looking at other people, other indulges, other enticements. There's a lot about temptation over here, and this is because the lack of strength in the root chakra, because your person wasn't sure about who they are, or indulging into making themselves sure about what they want, they would get derailed. So the eye of needle intentionality is also a card about, which says about, understanding what you want and being laser focused, so you can cut the illusions to this sword. This sword is something where you cut out karmic traps. I'm hearing booby traps, like almost like temptations that are offered to you from the other side, right? To not access or walk onto the path that divine has set for you, your highest potential. Like, destiny always plays out with the drifter card, but you have to give a hand to your destiny. It sort of magnifies when you give your hand. You sort of surprise the universe, and it blesses you with more. So I feel maybe your person has also not felt supported by the universe. There was a factor of isolation and seclusion from the universe, because they weren't feeling whole within themselves. When you're grounded, when you're feeling oneness, you don't feel like you're being isolated. You realize that everything is happening for you, not to you. So one of the things that your person is definitely learning is, the situations that they have been through are definitely not something that they deserved, but they realize that they came on earth to release this karma. This is what their soul chose. And why I see that your person is pretty tapped in is because we have the card of sacred contract, which tells me that somebody who is pretty spiritually aware can only understand that things that go on are for your experience, for your ascension, and wouldn't particularly like to play the blame game. But the only little drawback that I see over here is that they struggle with forgiving themselves for the mistakes that they have made. It's actually very important for you to get derailed on your path with, you know, the sacred contract. But I see that when you get derailed, you understand what's not for you, and your person is understanding that the kind of people or the things that they have been inclusive within is not for them. You know, they don't want this. They want somebody they can be obsessed with in love. And I see this with the card of give your relationship a chance. You know, work on your partnership. They want to work on this. They want to work on their finances and career. They want to pamper you. They want to spoil you. With the Taurus over here, you know, the planet of Venus is a lot about self-worth. You know, your person couldn't accept this commitment because they didn't feel deserving of this love. They felt like they deserve something that's like a fling, you know. And now that they're understanding themselves, they're releasing themselves from this karmic trap again, you know, they're understanding that they deserve it. They're understanding that they're as worthy as any other person, including you. Because I see that your person looks at you as mesmerized by you. You can look at how this man is looking at this woman and her eyes are closed. They definitely feel that you're very psychic and they're very mesmerized by your spiritual nature. I see angel wings over here, so they definitely see it as an omen, like a gift from the divine is what I'm picking up. But because you are so magnificent or like mystical, your person has always compared themselves with you. That is where that power dynamic is what I'm picking up. Like, you know, the comparison that they place is like not feeling worthy of you puts them in a place where they sort of put you on a pedestal and you come, you know, they put you on a pedestal and they come down. And it's not good to ever place somebody on a pedestal. And I would like to say that to you as well, because when you sort of put somebody on a pedestal, you sort of proclaim it in your head that this person can do no wrong, where it's your right, it's your mundane right to make mistakes. Again, with the card of drifter, experiencing life as it comes, it's your right to make mistakes and go through with it. And because your person struggles with forgiving themselves, they probably couldn't forgive you for the mistakes or, you know, the mundane aspects that you had. So this is a lot about seeing each other for who you are, and at the epitome of unconditional love, this really represents about you accepting each other for exactly who you are. So this is a very powerful spread is what I see. Pile number 3. We're going to get a few channel messages. So we have the card of I worry that you will find someone else. Feel like this person thinks that, you know, maybe because of the time that they will take on their healing, or they won't be able to provide you a stable foundation. Again, I get a very masculine energy, but they just feel like they might not be able to provide you a very comforting house, you know, like a humble abode that you would like to come back home to. It's a very fairy tale energy. I'm hearing sweet what's that movie? Sweet Alabama, Reese's Witherspoon. You know, whenever I think of her, I just think about like a lot of gooey fairy tale movie kind of a thing. So your person definitely sees this as something that is from divine, seemed very surreal. You seem surreal. That's why they couldn't accept this, and that is what their understanding is not for it. It's not for them to repel. It's for them to claim this as their destiny. I look up to you, your self-expression, your truth is so inspiring to me. This is what I've been saying. Your person is very empowered. They look at you as somebody that's very empowered, you know. They are very proud of you and they feel like you're a prize to have. I want to make you mine forever. With the 3 of Wands, they really look forward to this. I'm almost hearing that you're the fuel of, you know, whenever I feel down, you're the fuel for when I get up. So you're the reason for it. I can't stand talking to you, not talking to you, but I feel safer in silence for now. Ace of Wands in reverse gives me the energy. They don't feel inspired or empowered within. And they also lack a little bit of like, you know, Ace of Wands in reverse is lack of creativity. And I would interpret that as somebody facing difficulty and how to make the situation better. Like they don't know how to make this better. So I feel like step by steps, right? This will definitely come to them. My ego didn't let me understand the feelings I had developed for you. So the reckless behavior, it's almost like the fears were taking over, right? And the temptations as well is what I see. So this person has some taming down of demons to do, you know, some skeletons in the closet. I'm trusting my inner guidance more than ever. I'm learning to love myself more often. I did pick up that this Knight of Cups is not just an energy for somebody who is not willing to commit, but it's like, how can you pour from an empty well, right? This person is realizing that they need to love themselves better, and they also need to heal from some mother wounds, which sort of makes this person feel unworthy of love at first. So, considering you, this person definitely felt pretty inferior. When I've shown too much, when I feel like I've shown too much, I pull back. I'm scared to be taken advantage of. This is that energy. I feel like this stems from their childhood where they've been sensitive with people and they have really taken advantage of their sensitive nature. Again, I just feel like your person is a really soft soul. That is what it scales back to, that they are coming back to their own origin. This is not a bad person. This is just a person who is clearing out their own karma. Whatever happened between the both of you, I'm hearing it was meant to happen the way it was. I've never been so emotionally happy and fulfilled with someone. So I've never been so happy and emotionally fulfilled with someone. Definitely, this is pretty self-explanatory. With the Hierophant reverse, I can say that this person did not recognize what you were bringing to the table previously, but now they do. I love you like I've never loved anyone else. So adorable. Before we conclude pile number 3, we have advice for you. My fearless freedom lights up the world in reverse. Epoch, number 7, pause in your journey. And flash over, it's all in your head. So, considering we have the card of my fearless freedom lights up the world in reverse and Epoch, pause in your journey, number 7 is very signatory over here, very divine number. These two came in reverse. Don't keep looking back at when this person will come towards you. You're moving forward in your own journey, and I completely see you both being divine counterparts, a really beautiful connection that you have. Okay, you might have felt like, you both have butchered this or your person, but you need to forgive this person. Because I hear that you know that this is somewhat, fated and destined to happen the way it has. And I feel like you also have appreciation for how much this person has also enabled you to free yourself. So continue doing that, okay? Don't be a little codependent on this person. Like, you're taking steps forward and then you look back at where this person, it pulls away from your own strength. Keep moving forward, and if you feel like this person doesn't miss you, they won't come forward, you won't reunite. It's all in your head. It's your ego as well. You both suffer with a lot of self-depreciating thoughts, and sometimes you lack faith because of how difficult your life has been. But I'm just gonna say, I'm here to reassure you that this is playing out in the best of your interest. Okay, this was, out of the 3 piles, the most empowering one, and I honestly felt really good doing this. So pile number 3, this is gonna be your reading. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye.